What's up, everybody? I'm almost home and I got my books in my hand and I got the title like this: Don't beat your children or they'll turn out like me. And nobody gets more agitated by that title than Caribbean people and black people in particular. Black people get very upset when they see the title of that book and they start telling me what the Bible says. Everybody want to tell me what the Bible says. And first of all, the Bible is written in parables, metaphors, symbols, and similes. And there's too much room for interpretation. And there is no law as to who could write a Bible. That's why there's so many Bibles out today. You got the King James Version. You got the Authorized King James Version. You got the Good News Bible. You got the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints. They got a Bible. Church of Scientology. They got a Bible. Who else? The Mormons, they got a Bible. Everybody got a Bible. I think the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints and the Mormons is the same shit. I don't know and I don't care. But I know everybody got a Bible. Everybody got a Bible, and like I told you, there's no law as to who could write a Bible. You know why? Because in America, we have freedom of speech. And there's also a separation of church and state. So anybody can write a book and call it a Bible. There's no law as to who could write a Bible. Now let's get back to the Bible. It says, spare the rod, spoil the child. What does that mean? Does that mean you're supposed to beat your child with a rod? And when I tell people that, they be like, no, it don't mean that. It means this. Hello, that's your interpretation. Now, let's get back to these people that get upset when I show this to them or when I'm out selling my books. Caribbean women. The Caribbean women are so adamant about beating their children. Caribbean people are so adamant about beating their kids in general. And I always ask them, how come, just like most children, they grow up to be average, 50-50, mediocre at best. Beating your children only teaches them how to fit in the box. That's all that shit do. What's this say? 5 black and white wealth disparity. How to destroy black wealth. 4 easy steps. Have white people own property. Have black people be property. Deny black people homes for decades. No mortgage by banks. Redlining. No loan backing by federal government. After a while, allow banks to make loans, but mostly subprime loans with very high interest. Watch as blacks homeowners face foreclosure, lose their homes and thus their wealth. You're done. Feel free to call black owners irresponsible and blame them for the housing crisis. Racism still exists. This is sort of like what I was talking about just now. But I was talking about beating their children. And like I was saying, like Caribbean women, when they babysit those white children, they don't beat them children. And those white children will later grow up to be owners of their own businesses. And the children that those Caribbean women birth, who will they work for? They will work for the children that they was babysitting. Hello? Why don't y'all wake up? They still be doing that slave shit, beating the shit out your children. All you do is beat their go-getter mentality and teach them how to fit in a box and be like everybody else. And if beating works so good and works so well, how come they're black ghettos? Huh? And who usually live in those ghettos? The children that you done beat the shit out of and took away their go-getter mentality. And why did you teach them how to walk and talk in the first place if you're going to tell them to sit down and shut up all day? And one more thing. And you know where the word kid come from? A kid is a baby goat. And the reason it's called a kid the reason a child is called a kid is because a child is rebellious in nature. Because children go through a stage called the animalistic stage, meaning that a child doesn't know how to walk and talk. They don't know how to walk, they don't know how to talk, they don't know how to change themselves after they take a crap. So they would pretty much be an animal, and they have to be civilized. But you're not going to civilize a child by beating the shit out of them. You got to teach them. You got to cultivate them. You got to nurture them and nurture their skills and stop beating the shit out of them, because beating ain't nothing but a quick fix. That's all that shit does. And it just takes away that go-getter mentality, and it puts their mind in a prison. And that's what's wrong with a lot of people around here today. Their mind is in a prison. That's all it is. I'm out of here, y'all. I got to go.